Right then, you, like I said I was going to catch you all today when we're building a sink. So we're here. I'm here with Matt from Ward Property Contractors. He has done a good job of getting this sink base all built. I'll show you a little bit more about that. That's out of Jacko board. It's a totally waterproof tile backer board, if you didn't know. And now Matt's actually starting to cut down template for the shelf that's going underneath. So you can imagine you're going to have your sink, and then underneath there's a little bit of a vanity shelf, so you can put your towels and all that fancy stuff on there. So both of them are going to be mitred, built out of porcelain tile, which it's all stuck in the garage. But throughout this video, I'm going to be showing you all the little bits, all the tiles that we're using, how we're building the bases. I'm not going to go too much into depth of it because we've got a lot to do. It's just started raining. But yeah, this is it. Once again, built out of Jacko board. Matt's just templated this line across. I'm going to get it all cut down now. I'll see you in a bit. We have got this out now. So the reason why I've put this frog tape across, you can see the pencil mark. You would not be able to see that pencil mark if it was on the tile. One, it's too busy, it's too dark. Then the pen's going to rub off whilst I'm trying to cut it. It's not worth it. So we taped it up, pencil mark on there, and so we know what we're cutting to. We do need to take, what is it, got 25 mil off the side of here. And then this is the side we're actually going to mitre. And then you can imagine that this bit here, look, is going to flip around and he's going to come up against that, so it's going to look like the tile is wrapping around the edge. Oos! So we're actually quite lucky on this one because we only have to put a face on the tile because the sides of the sink are going right up to each wall. So we've just got to mitre the front of it and put the front on, and then we've just got to mitre all of the internals. So Matt is actually going to start mitering this in here now. So wish him luck, and I will check in with you guys when we've got this all cut down. Boom! So this has been mitred. Lovely, jubbly. So these are polishing pads, diamond polishing pads, 60 grit, 400 grit, another 400 grit there. So after grinding it, so hand grind it with a, I'll try and get some footage actually of us doing some grind work. But we grind the back out first with a normal blade. This is a 1mm precision blade. Then we go over it with a 60 grit flat disc. So that's to just basically get that mitre so that it's tighter, so you've got like a tighter one. And then once you're really close to the edge, you just want to come away from the grinder and do what Matt's doing over here, which is basically running over everything and just getting those last little bit of details. Obviously with your hand, you've got way more control with a hand polishing pad rather than a flat disc, because the reps of the grinder are just so less controllable. Whereas with your hand, you know, you can just like stroke it and you can control how the pressure and whatnot. Matt's also mitred this as well. You can see that he's just looking. You can see it's on the 45. We slightly modified this base as well, just to add a little bit more strength behind here. It's all been tanked out inside. That's dry now. So this is the tile that both of those pieces over there were cut out of. So you see this white vein that we've got going through here. I think we're gonna try and get this and like run that through the tile if we can. We don't want to be leaving ourselves with too much waste either though. God, I look really white in this light now. But we don't want to be doing too much waste, so we're going to try and do that if we can. And yeah, got another tile on here now. Just thought I'd quickly show you. So we've got the sides in on the basin as well. Look how nice that's looking. One thing you've got to remember is we don't have the center piece of this anymore, so we're trying to like wrap these out of this main tile as best we can. So Matt's just marking this up now. This is going to be one of the first internal long pieces. It's actually going to be for that back side over there. So we've just spent about 15 minutes trying to find the best piece of this, whether we're going to take it out of the center or not. We're just going to stick to the edge of this. Whew. So that's a little bit of footage of the mitering process. As you can see, we first go over with a normal blade. Sorry if you can hear an alarm in the background. Someone's house is alarm's going off. Look how covered I am. I know I said this in the last video that I uploaded, but everyone talks about, oh, why do mitres cost so much? Look, I'm not even going to do it, but if I smash this, there's so much dust going to come out. This dust is not good for us, which is why, yes, I've got a mask on, but come on, it's not great. But for the sake of good quality work. So yeah, sorry. And then we go over it with this flap. This is the brand new flap disc as well. Jesus Christ, I forgot how good a brand new flap disc was. Been rocking the same one for ages. So yeah, going to town. You know what? I'm going to pop this flap disc on. I'm going to neaten this back up. Not neaten it back up, but just like neaten the mitre up a little bit more on it. Matt should be back in a minute, and we're going to be ready to start sticking some of the pieces now, which is awesome. So I'll see you in a bit, guys. You just seen me mitre in. I got down the inside. I waited for Matt to come back to help me with this because I wasn't going to risk trying to put these in on my own. So look at this. Look at that. Now that, I'm sorry, but that is tight. So you can see we've put some extra thought, and we've got this vein wrapping down here. We've got a little bit of vein coming from here, which we've tried to match up. It's really, really difficult tile actually to match up because it's so busy, and we don't have the wraps left over because we had it all jet cut. We couldn't keep the inside, and so we don't have a matching tile either. So we're doing our best. We're doing our very best to get this pucker. Okay, so we've tried matching everything up where we can, but man, this is looking so nice. None of this is actually stuck yet. It's all dry. So you can see we've used frog tape and wedges to just wedge everything up, just to show you guys what this is going to look like when it's done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start cutting this base down, which is all going to be like enveloped, cut into the middle. So I think we're going to try and catch this vein here, which we're going to run through, and that's just going to look all funky. But once again, we're going to catch what we can. And yeah, it's going good. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, drop us a comment, let us know what you think of this basin so far. I'll see you in a bit. So we've got our piece cut out. So this is going to be the base of the sink. So inside the sink at the very bottom, this is going to be the base. Now, of course, in order for the water to go down, the same as with the wet room floor, we need to create these envelope cuts. But first, using this piece right here. So this is a basin hole cutter. So not only does it cut out a 45mm waste, it also chamfers the edges so that the sink waste can actually sit like level with the top of the enveloped base. So anyway, Matt's gonna build a little jig here by cutting a hole out of this now, which means we can just hold it in place so that it doesn't slip around. Oh,
it's more fucking angry.
Is it, oh, do you want to just pop it on that?
Yeah, I can do, yeah.
It's alright.
He just has a knife at times.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna swap over to the corded piece here. Take two. So now we've done this, look, so we knew we wasn't going to slip because the jig was there, but then we just need to go through the last little bit now for the chamfered edge. Okay then. Everything's cut. We've got the middle cut down as well. We didn't do any recording of that. We just wanted to just get it done. As you can see, Matt's notching this on now. I think it's like an 8mm notch trowel. And then what we're going to do is we're going to back butter the actual top piece and get that stuck down. We'll start getting some of the internals done, the outside. But it's looking good.
Sound.
Beautiful.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Turned out perfect now. Literally like millimetre perfect, it's not even bullshitting.
It's raining. It's about just gone 5:30. We've been spending most of the day doing this with a couple of little breaks, but boom. Look at that. It's a mess in here. This looks a bit of a mess, but it's looking beautiful. It's really hard to tell just how great this looks with everything going on. The clamps, the clips, the wedges, just crap everywhere, but it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. So it's just going to be left overnight now to set, and then we're just going to not do anything tomorrow. It's Saturday, but then Sunday morning we're going to get back out here. We're going to build the shelf. We're going to resin this, probably resin the shelf. We'll probably just stick it with rapid set. We'll see how we get on. And then on Monday morning, before we go and travel down to our big job, we think we're going to go and install it. So we're going to try and get this video wrapped up on the Monday. Fingers crossed. I'm going to do my best, guys, and then hopefully I can like edit it and get it uploaded for you like whilst we're away. So yeah, anyway, sorry, can't stop looking at it. I'll check in with you guys on Sunday. Have a lovely weekend. Bye bye. Love ya. Good morning. I said I'd catch you back up on Sunday, so here we are back here with Matty boy. He's just got over here. Look at this. So we've done a little bit of a setup. We've put the tile down, so you guys will see when we install this. These are the tiles that are in the bathroom. We've just built the sink. We didn't do the tiling, but we just wanted to get this little setup now just so you can see. Just gives a little bit of an example of what this is actually going to look like. But today, the plan, we're gonna resin this. We're going to be building the vanity shelf that's going to be getting installed underneath this sink as well. It's going to be exactly the same size, dimensions, but it's just going to be underneath so that customers can put their towels and whatever they want to tuck under out of the way, not be left all over the top of the sink. They can put on their vanity shelf. But guys, just look at this. It's so nice, and what a lovely day as well. Sun's just reflecting on it. It just looks beautiful. Nice big vein coming through the front. I know I spoke a little bit about this the other day. But we've got a little bit of like a vein running through there, here as well. I think we've matched this up so nicely. So yeah, as I said, today we're going to be building the vanity shelf. We've already got the base built over there, which we've done the other day. To be honest, it shouldn't be too long building that vanity shelf. It's pretty simple. It's literally just like one Mitre edge on the front. It's just the front plate going on. We're going to stick that with Bal turbo set because that sets really, really quickly. I think you can grout on it in like 30 minutes. So we'll probably still leave it for a couple of hours. We'll concentrate on getting this sorted. And then we'll resin that. And then tomorrow morning, before we go down to our big project, which we'll be doing a whole nother video on, we're going to go and install this sucker. So. What's going on, everyone? Okay, so we've got both tiles for the shelf cut down. So this is the base of the shelf. We've got a bunch of noggins on the inside. This is where the bracket's going to be sitting. So it's all pretty simple, the bases, to be honest. Matt's just started taping the sink up that we done on Friday. So taping all of this up so that when we do resin it, the resin doesn't like splatter and get all over the tile, so it just makes it much easier to actually clean up and profile the resin without worrying about it getting all over the tile and the sink. So the plan actually on this, I'm going to try something a little bit different. We're going to actually put the resin in the base as well. It's been recommended to us that we are able to do that, so rather than having multiple different products going on and having grout in there and then silicone and resin, we're actually going to resin the inside, so the full on the inside, we're going to resin it. So that'll all be getting done together. I'm actually going to knock up some of this now. So this is Bal turbo set. I only ever used to use this when doing repairs, so that you just had the quick turnaround. You can grout it in 30 minutes. So it's one of those products. God, look how much dust I've got all over my face. One of those products where as soon as that is mixed, you need to be ready to go. So trowel's going to be ready, and we're just going to get it all stuck, hold it in place, and then in 30 minutes time we can start doing some resin work on it. So we'll probably leave it a little bit longer anyway. But yeah, so we've cleared all this workbench off now. So we've got the one sink that I built a couple months ago over there. This is a sink that we started the other day, and then this is the matching vanity shelf, which is going to be getting installed directly underneath the sink. So I'm going to tile this now, and yeah, by the end of today we're going to be fully resined, and then we'll just silicone it up, and then tomorrow morning we're going to go and install it. We have just tiled this vanity shelf now. This one's got some really lovely wraps as well coming around it. We'll be able to see it a little bit better once we've got the tape off. So clamps are just holding all this in position. This should be gone off in about 30 minutes. The top has already set, so hoping the same going to be for the sides. Matt's taped all of this up as well, ready for resin. We've got some green on the top, some orange in the middle. So yeah, we're going to go have a bite to eat now, and then we're going to come back and we're going to get this all resin, guys. So that's in a bit. One thing that we always need to take into consideration when working with resin, because of the sanding down process and sort of like neatening it up, it tends to make it go a little bit lighter because it frosts it, unless you polish it, and then it'll go back into a bit of a darker colour. It's always going to lighten up a little bit when we sand it down, so you always want to go a little bit darker than what you actually want it to be, because it's always easier to lighten it up a little bit through sanding it down and touching it up like that. So not going to go too deep into it on this episode, to be honest. I more just want to show you guys what we're doing. But maybe if you guys enjoy this episode, let me know, and maybe we could go into a little bit more detail about actually the mitring and the resin work, and a little bit more of a tutorial. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Right then, just a quick one. All of the external mitres have now been resin. Guys, I can't actually stress here, I'm not trying to be big-headed here, but these mitres just look so bloody good. Look really, really good. So I'll show you guys all this closer up. So we've done all of the external mitres now, all around the inside, on the outside here. We're going to leave this for a sec, and then we're going to knock up our last little bit of resin to just paste into the full joint in the centre. And then yeah, so then we'll just remove all of the tape, and then when we come back tomorrow morning, that's not dry yet, so we're going to resin that. We'll touch up some of this, which I actually don't think it's going to need much touching up. And yeah, so it's all looking good. Just thought I'd give you all a little update. Okay, so we've mixed this up. Look, you can see what you want to do is you want to do golf ball size of resin, and then roughly a pea size of hardener. So, depending on how big your peas are, but we're going to go. You're going to go about, that? A little bit more. But it's 100 to 1 as well. That's the sort of ratio you're working with. So 1% hardener to 99% resin. Pick it up, smudge it in. And guys, remember, you cannot mix this enough. So don't be sloppy with your mixing. Don't rush. Make sure that hardener is well distributed between all of the resin. Now with this, if you get the ratio correct, you've got about 15 minutes working time, which doesn't sound like a lot, but as long as you're working with bite-sized amounts, realistic bite-sized amounts, 15 minutes is more than enough. Me and Matt have been left with like plenty of time after we've got it right with this ratio. Okay, so another last couple of, once you think it's mixed enough, do another 10 mixes, chop it through, smear it around. And then what we're doing, we're getting it, scraping it all up, popping it into the tub, and it's ready to apply. Right then, that is a wrap. A lot of work has gone into this, with both me and Matt, and it looks stunning where it is. There is unfortunately a little bit of touching up needs to be done by a decorator. We're not doing any more work here now. Hopefully we can get some more finished pictures of it once everything has been completed here. Let us know what you think down below. We'd love to do more content like this as well, more sinks, and yeah, enjoy. I'll see you on the next one.